days, I pray for better days. Working hard cause I want extra pay. Talk to them seeds, but you must demonstrate. Is it your ways that they gon' imitate? Non-violent. Sometimes I wish I would've went to college. Frown proudly. Cause where I'm from, they hate you when you smiling. Your faith should be your gun. You can't leave home without it. The children being grown cause all the parents acting childish. You show them your reality, I bet they doubt it. You tell them all about your dreams, that's when they out it. Your own blood. Ain't no family no more. They do you badly for show. You try to patch up your soul, Lord knows you on a mission to show him you so submissive. The prayer said in silence, you know the devil can hear him, pay attention. Know the war's within, how much time do you spend? Try to balance your zen, then again, losses is lessons. You tell me you trying to win, we know about saving money. You tell me you trying to spend that blood on it. Sweat, tears, you put that love on it. Your best years was just a dumb moment. You tired of going hungry, can't deal with fake making your life lonely. Your lack of faith that left your soul boning. But you gon' work and you gon' strive, do what it takes to survive. What is truth, what is a lie? You know that war's inside. Some get draped into the fake, they don't know what to decide. Wrong choice, meet your demise, keep that between you and I. You realize, some people you gon' let go, you visualize. The things you need to feed your soul is on the rise. They not gon' wanna let you go, but it's alright. It's cool to bury what's gon' grow. Went from wrong to the right and to the dark to the light. It was a hell of a fight. You give it all your might. Gotta hold on tight and you stay strong and precise. You fight the war that's inside, cause it might change your life. From wrong to the right and to the dark from the light. It was a hell of a fight. You give it all your might. You just hold on tight and you stay strong and precise. You fight the war that's inside, cause it might change your life. I ain't the person that I used to be. So what I do today ain't things that you used to see. Stay the same, no, things change usually. Some folk I may know might get reintroduced to me. Yeah, I ain't the person that I used to be. So what I do today ain't things that you used to see. Stay the same, no, things change usually. Some folk I may know might get reintroduced to me.
Don't be stressing on the dumb shit, cause God is gonna make a way. Just keep going and keep your faith, so you can win this race. This race called life, yeah, yeah. This race called life. This race called life, yeah, yeah. Race called life. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm grinding cause I know that I'm gon' get it. I just gotta have vision, keep faith and be humble. Have some patience with it. I've been A1 since day one, been always on my job. I never been a fake, never had to steal and rob. Cause I do good business, I'm too good with it. And even though I'm on this road, I'm still daddy to my children. You know I do good with them, and don't like being missing. But I hate when my bills are thicker and my pockets get thinner. But I can't stress up on the dumb shit, cause God is gonna make a way. I keep going and keep my faith in my pace, so I can win this race. Win this race called life. This race called life. I'm just trying to win this race called life. This race called life. This race called life, yeah. Race called life. I'm just trying to win this race called life, yeah, yeah, yeah. I keep on running in this race called life, yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Yes, yes.
Trying to win this race called life.
In here.
This race called life. Girl, I just gotta win this race called life. This
My
race
new
called
mic sounding,
life.
y'all. I got a new mic today.
Just gotta win this race called life.
Drop a 1 if the audio sounded crispy. Yes, sir. You already know who it is, the host with the most, the leader of Team Titans, A1 in the building. Greetings to everybody. Peace to the chat. Peace, Titan family. Welcome back to an episode of the Politricks, where we dig into the headlines that expose the political games, power plays, and real world impacts of policy on everyday people. Today, we're tackling a story that's shaking communities and raising urgent questions about federal power, accountability, and the human cost of enforcement. In Minneapolis, a massive ICE operation intended to crack down on undocumented immigration has spiraled into chaos. Federal agents have used tear gas and other forceful crowd control measures that left a 6-month-old baby briefly hospitalized. And let me go ahead and pull this down, actually. I don't need to be that big. That's what she said, though. Let me chill out. I dropped myself down here. Okay. Where was I at? Yes, in Minneapolis, a massive ICE operation intended to crack down on undocumented immigration has spiraled into chaos. Federal agents have used tear gas and other forceful crowd control measures that left a 6-month-old baby briefly hospitalized after exposure during protests sparked by a controversial shooting involving an ICE officer. This isn't a distant political debate. It's a moment where federal authority, civil liberties, community outrage, and the safety of the most vulnerable collide. Over this next hour, we're going to break down what happened, why it matters, and how politicians on all sides are spinning this for their own favor. Buckle up. This is another episode of Politricks, and we about to get into it, man. I got to watch a video from Sabby Sabs. I really don't know too much about it, man. I just know the outline, and we about to get into the details, see who it is. I don't know what the race of the people are. None of that, man. And I hope everybody's having a beautiful day. Shout out to everybody at work, working that graveyard shift, man. I'm about to be up all night getting it in myself. And that video is saved right here. Let's get right into it. Okay, sorry about that. It's doing something weird for a second. Okay, there we go. Now it's letting me load it. Yeah, I think President Trump been wilding out, man. Who voted this guy in? Definitely not me. Hey, they gonna get mad at that one. Yeah, Trump wilding right now. We gonna get into that in a second. This right
You know, I thought I've seen it all, but apparently not. This ICE situation is getting crazier and crazier. We have now reached the point where a baby who was in a car seat in the car was attacked by ICE. That's how crazy this is getting now, ladies and gentlemen, in Minneapolis. People are really going through it. Let's go ahead and get started with this clip here. This is actually from Status Quo. So shout out to Jordan Sheraton and everyone else at Status Quo. They're really doing a lot of the work there on the ground. I think they've been at a number of these events. Listen to some of the residents here in Minneapolis about their frustration about this.
This is nuts. This is fucking, yeah, and you're right in the middle of this shit. What the fuck is going on, dude? This is insane.
Have you ever gone out to these sort of things before?
Never. I've never protested in my life. My brother's here. He does it all the time. I've never. Like I said, I'm far enough away, but close enough. And I sit in my cushy house and look at shit and get mad. And they're just trying to fucking scare people. And, you know, but But why shoot people? No, you know what really pisses me off is the fact that they detain people, cuff them, and then still beat the shit out of them. They tell you it's immigrants, only immigrants. It's fucking anybody.
That's facts, though. That's facts. I be telling people that. I mean, uh, it's a little more excessive right now, which you would think it wouldn't be. You know, you would think, hey, Trump, white supremacy, they're not picking on their own. Nah, absolute power corrupts absolutely. It's not even about really white versus black. It's about the haves and the have-nots. It's about the 1% versus everybody. And the police are their first line of defense if some shit ever pop off. And the police are also revenue collectors for their state. It's their job to go around and exact funds from you for minor traffic violations and all this other BS that they come up with. Non-victimless crimes, of course. But yeah.
I have friends that got detained and all they were doing was fucking driving home from work.
What did I tell you guys? And here's the thing. No, this is not something that's new. I would say, people have been beaten by law enforcement while they were detained for years. It's nothing new. But one thing I think that, we did try to warn people about earlier on when people said, if you're not an illegal immigrant, don't worry about it. They're not going to come after you. We tried to warn people, not necessarily. Not necessarily. And we're seeing more instances of that. And by the way, these are just the ones that have been reported where people were able to catch it on camera. Status Quo, they've been out there on the ground numerous times covering these events. But the reality is a lot of corporate media is not covering these events. We know about Renee Good because why? Because someone recorded it on their phone. That's why we know about it, because someone was recording. So I think that's something that people need to keep in mind. These are only the things that we know about that have been recorded. And that's why we know about them.
And what's crazy is it made me think about something my mom used to always say, like, just because it's the first time you caught them don't mean it's the first time they done did it. You feel me? Like, yeah, that's just the first time you caught them. Keep your eye on them, son. You feel me? Like, so, man, it's definitely way more rampant than what the statistics is going to show. That's just the stuff that they got caught with. So, yeah, I digress. I'll let her keep cooking. Shout out Sabrina Salvati. Make sure y'all go give her a like and a subscribe over at Sabby Sabs on YouTube, Patreon, TikTok, and all of that. She's pretty dope. She's an independent. She calls it straight down the middle. No love for either side. They both doing us dirty. So you're going to get an unbiased take from her.
What the fuck?
Sounds like you don't fit the definition of the...
No, and I'm not fucking paid to be here like everybody fucking says. What the fuck is that? I gotta work in the goddamn morning, just like everybody else. I'm just here trying to stand up for community, dude. We're all human beings here. I don't give a shit who you are, where you came from, what color you are. It doesn't fucking matter. This is wrong.
Yeah. And it's getting really, really out of hand. There's another video here, and this is the one that's going viral, where a gentleman was with his family, which includes his baby, and apparently ICE flash banged a 6-month-old baby. You have to see this here.
This is crazy. And I want to see how visible this baby was. Like, they had, I don't want to say, if they did this and they saw that baby, like, they need to throw them under the jail. And I hope when they get locked up, they do them the same way they do the pedos and the grapists. So, yeah, because that's wicked right there. Diabolical.
Anonymous shared this. Trump's ICE thugs tear gassed a Minneapolis neighborhood and flashbang a 6-month-old baby. ICE initially told a family trying to flee the gas that they could leave. Then flashbang their vehicle anyway. Their baby stopped breathing and was taken by EMTs. So this is another example where ICE was giving people different instructions.
What?
At one point, they're telling you you're free to leave. Then at another point, they're attacking you because you're trying to leave. So, you know, which is it? And also that I sometimes I think that's intentional.
And I want to know, does anybody think that that's what happened with the one lady? I have to rewind that tape back and watch it slowly. Where did they give her the okay to leave and she was trying to get out of there and then they shot her for actually trying to leave? Yeah, because that would be a sick pattern if that's what they're doing. And we're gonna play that video again after this too. So let's get into it.
Intentional to cause that confusion so that you get caught either way, right? So again, this guy and his family, they're not, from what I understood, they're not immigrants, they're not illegal immigrants. But ICE has become so destructive in Minneapolis that they're now targeting a baby. So the baby had to be sent to the hospital. Listen to this. This is insane.
My car. It was not even fuck the car. My kid. Yes, the ambulance is bringing my newborn out the house because he can't breathe. How long? 6 months. And the fucking officer, I told him I was trying to leave. He said, it was,
the officer knew you were trying to leave?
Yes, the officer knew I was trying to leave.
The ICE officer?
Yes. He literally called us trying to leave. And 3 flashbangs at my car.
So listen to what he says about how he said he told them he was trying to leave.
It was not even fuck the car, my kid. Yes, the ambulance is bringing my newborn out the house because he can't breathe.
How long?
6 months. And the fucking officer, I told him I was trying to leave. He said, it was,
the officer knew you were trying to leave?
Yes, the officer knew I was trying to leave.
The ICE officer?
Yes. He literally called us trying to leave. And 3 flashbangs at my car.
That's crazy work right there.
Yes, they hit the outside of under my car.
So that's the guy there. The baby was in the back seat. And so now it's just getting to the point where they're just attacking, they're just throwing stuff anywhere. And this is what we were warning people about, right? Like, now here's the thing. All of the ICE agents behaving this way? No. But the problem is there are enough of them that is causing this type of destruction. In fact, I remember showing you guys when they took the girl in Somerville, Massachusetts, right here in Massachusetts. If a group of guys get out of their car and they have on masks, you guys remember this? Remember the tough student they took her off the street? They have on masks and you're a female and these guys come up to you and they grab you. What is going to be your reaction? So I don't think that they should wear a mask. And I said that from day one. But it's gotten to this point, even to the point where Joe Rogan has started calling it out.
Yeah, why are they rocking the Pooh Shiesties like that and the t-shirts over their face like they the Taliban or something? Like, what's with that? Like, I'm not feeling that. It's giving third world country, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it together, Trump. Let's get it together.
Marjorie Taylor Greene called it out. They said this is ridiculous, but nobody's stopping it. No one's stopping it. But something is resurfacing. Abolish ICE is resurfacing again. And I was shocked to see it from Justin Amash. Justin Amash is a libertarian. He left, I believe this was during Trump's first administration. Justin Amash left during Trump's administration, not Justin's administration. He left during Trump's first administration. Does everybody remember Justin Amash? He's one of the ones that spoke out early on and stuff about the genocide. He also had family members that were in Gaza. But he is a libertarian who was voting along or siding along with Republicans. And then during Trump's first term, he was like, I can't do this. And he was like, I'm out. Deuces, you know? So now he is saying abolish ICE. Abolish ICE, he says. What we've seen recently isn't immigration enforcement, it's state-sponsored terrorism. They refuse to comply with the Constitution. They assault Americans with impunity. They hide behind masks, knowing their actions are shameful. They should not exist. Immigration enforcement can be done lawfully and accountably, upholding the rights of the people, but the administration has no interest in that. They're using the context of immigration as a pretext to sidestep constitutional limits, warrants, due process, and transparency that protect all of us from government abuses. We need immigration enforcement that respects the Constitution, not an agency that evades it. That's not from a progressive. That's from Justin Amash. So I've noticed abolish ICE is resurfacing yet once again. Now I gotta tell you guys this. We said early on that if they keep going after people.
What's up, Jay Snake? That was you. I thought that was Hecka that messaged me earlier. It might have been both of y'all that hit me up. The live disappeared. I don't know what happened. I came back. I came out the stove because I was riding around listening to it, and that joint was it said policy violation. So I don't know what happened. I hope they don't strike my channel. But yeah, I'm about to go over the policies with everybody who's streaming on my channel so we can make sure that that doesn't happen again, because it was some fire content. I wanted to double back on that. Oh, the voice clip. I ain't even see that then. I'm going to go back through my messages here shortly, man. I've been running around all day. Yeah, I'm definitely going to check you out. Matter of fact, my phone did too. That's crazy. Okay, I'm about to let this play, and I'm about to check for that right now.
People with the force that they're using, that someone is going to get hurt. So we just talked about the baby that had to be sent to the EMT. We talked about Renee Good. There was another person, Keith Porter, who was killed out in California by ICE. They said that Keith Porter was shooting a gun off in the air on New Year's Eve or something like that, which some people do that as like a form of celebration. I'm not sure what that had to do with ICE. You know, it's just stuff like that. Keith Porter wasn't an illegal immigrant.
All right, why did ICE pull up?
So when you make statements like they have full immunity, which Trump's administration has been making, that tells them they can do whatever the fuck they want to whoever they want. There's been no checks and balances. That's why you're even starting to see people like Justin, like Joe Rogan. You're seeing them even call it out. But what did I tell you guys a while ago? They want chaos. That's the goal.
I mean, I'm not trying to shit on Justin and Joe Rogan and shit, but are they calling it out because it's convenient? Are they calling it out because it's popular now? Like, these are questions we still have to ask too. I don't think they risk their reputations or brands on it per se. I mean, Joe Rogan, he covers a lot of tinfoil hat-ish so to speak. You know, I like a lot of his content, so I ain't tripping, but I don't know. I don't see Joe Rogan jumping in front of the bus for us. Maybe the Mexicans, though, that's different. So, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and let it rock. Now that I think about it, it's not us. And this ain't our fight from the beginning. And it's funny how the whole country can get up in arms when it's another race. But I don't know. I don't even think Black Lives Matter was jumping like this. I take that back. Nah, we was riding and tearing shit up when they killed George Floyd. So that movement had its moments, but yeah, I need the rest of the country to get up in arms every time something happens to us like this. Like, I love everybody and I want to help everybody, but I still got to help myself and my people first. So it's like, I don't want to jump on every cause that's going on. I only got so much empathy to give to the world. It sucks, but I I'm not about to sit here and keep fighting other people's fights. That's not fighting my fight, though, man. I'm going to go ahead and let this ride.
But it doesn't work on everyone. Because apparently, I think people need to take a lesson from the Black Panthers in Philadelphia. You see, they seem to know their rights. Devin shared this and said, Black Panthers know their rights. Do you? Check this out.
I can hold my gun like this. It's the law. Philadelphia Crime Code 6108 says I can hold my long arm in my hand. Just can't hit my finger on the trigger. So don't ask me to do nothing that's against the law. Can I help you? I'm out here minding my business. I'm out here to control and watch you. Anything else? Because you guys like beating up our teenagers. Somebody sent us a video of y'all beating up a teenager. Y'all, wasn't it? Huh? It was y'all. You part of that.
So he said someone showed us a video of you guys beating up a police officer. Excuse me, beating up a teenager.
It was y'all. You don't like to be labeled in with slave catchers. You shouldn't have taken their whole sellout. You are a sellout. You wearing their shit. You are a sellout. You ain't protecting shit. You got to do whatever they tell you to, including hurting your people. Because you're walking up to me and I don't like you and I don't trust you and I don't got no conversation with you. So unless you're investigating the crime, leave me the fuck alone. I don't care. I got a gun license right here. This is legal. Philadelphia Crime Code 6108. Move your car out of people's way and get the fuck out of my face. Thank you, officer. Have a good day. You have a bad one. Sell out. Fuck out of here. You smiling for a sellout? Do you know where you came from? Slave catchers hired you to help catch their property, which was us. Slave catcher controls the origin of that cash, you bitch ass nigga. The fuck out of here.
Dang, he called him a BAE.
Go where you're needed. We don't need your help. Get out the fucking street. Like your supervisor said, get out the fucking street. Get out the fucking street.
They flexing for the ground.
Go with him. Go with him.
Hey, cop.
Get out the fucking street. You blocking traffic. Get out the fucking street.
I love the energy.
Get the fuck out the street.
The Black Panthers in Philly know their rights. Do you know yours? Let's go ahead. Let's drop the beat for them. Let's drop the beat for the Black Panthers in Philly.
Yeah, the Black Panthers in Philly doing their thing, man. I definitely love the energy. Definitely flexing for the gram, though. But when you know your rights, I know they were going to stand on their rights regardless. All the extra BAN and all that other stuff. Yeah, that was for the gram, though. That was nice. I'm rocking with it. That's the movement, man. Ain't nothing to do but study law and work out, man. That's what you should be doing every day, man. Studying law, working out. Drinking as much, stay hydrated, and minding your motherfucking business. You feel me? Let's get back into it. See Sabby over here dancing.
Let's see how you do under pressure. A moment.
So you see, some people know their rights. And you see how they got back in their car and they drove off because they did again, right? So this is what I mean when I say we do need community building. See how they came together as a unit? They know what they're allowed to do. And so the cops are like, okay, we're just going to drive off, you know. And they stood as one. And I think back about that baby, the fact that a baby can't breathe because ICE decided to flashbang a car with a child in the back seat. At that time, making that decision, not thinking about who was in that car, who was in that back seat, because they really just don't give a damn, not caring who gets hurt. Now, let's think about this for a second. Some of those ICE agents who have been on the force for probably a long time, they probably go out there every day and do what they're supposed to do and don't hurt anybody. I said some of them. But some of them intentionally want to fuck people up. Let's just keep it real. And some of the ones who joined after that new sign-on bonus was promoted, some of them just joined because they wanted to fuck people up too. You know, like the type of guys that peaked in high school. You guys know what I'm talking about? They may have been like on the football team in high school and they were all tough shit or thought they were tough shit then in high school. But then they graduated and they ain't do anything. Those kind of dudes. Some people join because they want to intentionally hurt people. We cannot Ignore that. Hopefully that guy presses some type of charges, because that's just ridiculous. Then we got to think about what's going to happen to that baby in the future. So they had to send the baby to the ER because the baby couldn't breathe. That's how out of hand it has become. And nobody's stopping them. Nobody's stopping them. Now, I will say this again for the people who are like, I don't understand this.
Well, I just start singing that song in my head. Who gonna check me? Ain't nobody about to check Trump about none of that, man. Ain't nobody about to get out there and do that, man. He lost the earlobe security tight now. You heard me? Y'all better be careful. Be careful talking all that ish on social media, man. They coming, man. The social credit scores are coming. They on the way. Surveillance state on the way. It's already here. Matter of fact, talking about some on the way. Half the country already living under it. I almost want to say, it depends on how technical I want to get. I'm not going to do that, though. Half the country already living under the mass surveillance state. I put the mass on that one. That's with the CCTVs all on the street corner. What they call it, the Raven systems, the police precincts have been getting upgraded with. Look into that, Yeah.
Because, for some of the liberals who are sitting back and they're saying, I can't believe they did this to that woman, to that man. Where the hell have you been? Where were you when pro-Palestinian protesters were getting dragged on the ground? Where were you when police officers were grabbing professors on university campuses and throwing them to the ground like they were nothing? Where were you every time someone who was unarmed was killed brutally by the police? Where were you when Philando Castile was killed while his daughter was in the back seat of the car? So I don't understand some of you, man. I don't understand some of you. I really don't. And I'm not talking to the conservatives right now. I'm talking about the liberals. You guys kill me sometimes. Because you say you're for these policies, you say you're for fighting back against these things, but then when something happens, you act like you had never seen this stuff before. So all this type of stuff that even happened, like when Biden was in office, where were you? Well, why are you so surprised? We sat here for years while the United States government and Israel sat up there and they committed a whole damn genocide. So if that's what they are doing abroad, what do you think they're doing to people right here? We can talk about all the crimes that have happened to people in this party. But some of the liberals, you guys, you really make me think like, where the fuck you been? Okay? And that tell me.
Let me pause that because this shit been happening, man. This shit is not nothing new. They be trying to act like Trump's some new anomaly. He just puts a bad face on the normal things that Democrats turn their fucking head at every day when their people is doing it. So it's easy to attack him. I'll be calling them bandwagon revolutionaries because where were y'all at when we cared about these issues years prior? And right after the orange man is gone, y'all gonna go back to not giving a F while the same things continue to happen under Democratic rule. Suppose they win again. Y'all, mum's gonna be the word. We're not gonna hear nothing from y'all when we see these same things happening. And then when we, y'all gonna attack the people who are speaking up about it. I'm not attacking y'all for speaking up about it because I'm against it too. But I just want to highlight the selective outrage because I think that's important. I think that to break through the cognitive dissonance, let me rephrase that. I think to break through the political indoctrination that a lot of people are under, gang banging Republican and Democrat, riding for their team no matter what, right, wrong, whatever. Like it's got to come to an end. It's got to stop. We got to do some self-reflecting as a people, as a community, as individuals. Like, I'm not voting for the lesser of two evil or nothing. I'd rather beef with both of them, and that's always been my motto. It's always been my motto. Why won't you vote for Biden? He's the lesser of two evils. I'd rather beef with both of them. What the fuck is you talking about? Do I look like a bitch ass nigga to you? The enemy of my enemy ain't always my friend. And you can't always make that be the case. Even if they is showing you all 60 whatever teeth every time they pull up, all smiles and all grins. Don't trust that. I'm gonna let Sabby go ahead and cook.
That some of you weren't really serious. That tell me that some of you was just like, yeah, fuck the police, yeah. But yeah, you went right back to brunch. When things went back your way politically, you went back to brunch. And now that things are not your way politically, now you have risen. Exactly. Oh my God, let me look around and see what's happening around me. But the moment that Democrats are in power, all of a sudden you don't see shit.
Okay. Hey,
these are the same people exactly who sat up there and told me to my face, I don't care about those kids in Gaza.
Damn, that's deep.
The moment Trump becomes president, it's, oh my God, they're killing people in Gaza. We are talking about a government that is committing genocide. And you're surprised they're doing this to people right here. This has always been a violent country as long as I can remember. I have watched things get increasingly worse, but I also wasn't alive, back in the day. I missed a lot of that stuff, but I've watched things get worse. But it's just weird to me. Like some of you got to get out of your cul-de-sacs. You got to, I don't know. You got to get out of your mom wine groups. You got to get out of your book clubs for just a second and wake up and look around you and see what's really going on. And not only when a Republican is in the White House, you need to do this regardless who is in the White House. Because too many of you sat back on Saturdays and Sundays and you said, let me go have mimosas with my friends. And you pretended like nothing was going on. There were people who were killed, unarmed people killed by policemen under the Biden-Harris administration. You guys say nothing, man. You said nothing. Very few even talked about it. So you can't just say you care depending on who's in office. If you care, you got to care regardless of who the president is and regardless of who the political party is. So for some of you, I just for some of the liberals, I can't. This is why I can't be around some of y'all. This is really why.
Yeah,
this is really why.
She said it. This is why I can't be around some of y'all. That's exactly what she said. And that's how I be feeling. Like, damn, y'all got all this smoke. It's just for the orange man. It's really not about the issues. The issues are what you're using to try to bash them. But you don't bash anybody else on these same issues when they do the same things. And that's what we're calling out. We're not using that to negate or make excuses for what he's doing. We just want to make sure that if you here to really fight, and you not gonna quit fighting once the orange man gone, because people who really care about immigration don't want you fake bandwagon team you revolutionary immigration motherfuckers kicking in with them. Everywhere you go, the real and the fake is gonna separate. So like that, they not even gonna mess with y'all because they gonna be hip to y'all. Y'all ain't even gonna know the history. A lot of y'all, man, I'm not even gonna get into it. I might do a history on immigration in America over the last 30 years to show you guys how policies have progressed, how this was like a bipartisan thing, how the Democrats were like leading this charge for a while. I don't know. Things changed though. Recently the Democrats were letting people in willy-nilly. Kamala was the border czar. So hey, we're gonna get into that. I'm gonna do that for sure. Actually, as a matter of fact, I think the people need to see that. I think if you could see that timeline in front of your face, like it'll change your perspective on how you feel about this a little bit and where you want to place the blame at. Because as long as we continue to place the blame and place it in the wrong place, we can never fix the problem. Like you can't you blaming the person at the top for a law that was in place before he got there. You continue to bash him. I mean, he is doing this shit to the extreme though. Yeah, he turning the fuck up. That boy turning up. Man, turn down, please, bro. You doing too much, Trump. If you in earshot of this, doing a little bit too much, brother. I said, brother. Let me let Sabby close. Then we about to go check out these Black Panthers that's been walking around Philly, see what they about, man.
Because you guys always like, oh my, you're always in shock.
Yeah.
Wake up.
Thank
Hey
you,
guys,
Sabby.
this was a Sabby clip. If you like what you saw,
Tell
hit that
them
like button
liberals
and
to
subscribe.
wake up. And don't get rocked back to sleep if y'all win the next election cycle. Wake up and don't get rocked back to sleep if y'all win next election cycle. Please don't. I still want to see y'all on the front line about these issues, whether the orange man is in there or not. You feel me? Let's go ahead and check out these Black Panthers who was walking around Philly, patrolling, man, and see what they was up to, man. Hold on, let me go back. I just had it right here. Where they go? Here they go. Let me share this screen. And that link is in the chat if anybody want to hop up. Let me take this down. We about to play this right here.
To Trump's ICE goon squad is growing in so many different ways from the halls of Congress.
This morning, I introduced articles of impeachment against Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem.
Say what?
To the streets of targeted cities.
What the hell are you doing with them? You can't put hands on people like that.
Stand back, sir. Federal operation.
I'm NYPD. Badge right here. I'm an officer of the law, too. What you're doing is illegal.
On our featured video today, a very direct message to ICE comes from a group we haven't really heard from since the 1960s. Welcome to Occupy Democrats, and hit that subscribe button if this just makes your blood boil.
Hey, everybody, make sure you go subscribe to this guy's channel, Occupy Democrats. They be cooking up some nice content. We about to do a watch video on this fresh and live right now. And we about to check out these Black Panthers. The title of this one is, let me go ahead and get y'all the title. Trump, ICE just met their match. Black Panthers. Let's see what they talking about.
Are required to. Where are you?
Oh, Trump's ICE just met their match as Black Panthers return.
Hey, look, sir, you're gonna do this the easy way, or are we gonna take you in? You cannot take me in.
Yes,
I'm
I can.
Private.
Yes, I can.
You
Do you have documentation?
I do have my
Can
documentation.
you present it to me,
Why are
please?
you asking me for my paperwork?
Because of your accent.
I still. You have an accent too.
Where were you born, sir?
Where were you born at?
Put your hands behind your back.
Yeah, well, the puffed up pseudo tough guys in ICE might just want to think twice about showing up in Philly anytime soon, because in our featured story today.
See, that's not right. They violating the civil rights right there. This ain't Nazi Germany. They can't just stop you and ask you for your papers like they the damn Gestapo. Like they tripping, man. If they don't have reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime you just committed or about to commit or are in the mission of committing, they can't ask you for no motherfucking ID. You feel me? And that's, man, come on, man. This is basics.
Hey, well, we're going to show you the badass reception they'll get from a resurrected group that counts Huey Newton and Bobby.
And having an accent isn't probable cause that he's illegal. So they can't use that. Having an accent ain't probable cause to search nobody. You gotta do better than that, brother. So Trump got ICE out here off the leash, y'all. You heard me? It's going. Hide your kids, check on your Latino friends. It's
Sealed
going.
among its founders. It's the next generation of the Black Panthers, and it is reforming. Now, wait till you see the message they're sending to ICE. It is our featured clip, a must-see response to this.
What you just saw was a federal immigration agent pushing an unidentified protester into oncoming traffic after appearing to block their vehicle.
They just fired off a tear gas canister.
And here, another violent clash between Border Patrol agents and an anti-ICE protester.
Yeah, hold up, man. They didn't push dude in the oncoming traffic? Oh, yeah, they bugging.
Who appeared to swat an agent's hand away while recording an immigration enforcement operation. These moves coming on the heels of an explosive week for ICE. Their aggressive tactics only seem to be escalating. Last week, tensions between ICE and protesters erupted when a woman in Minneapolis was shot and killed by an ICE agent. DHS officials claimed the shooting was self-defense. Despite the nationwide scrutiny.
And if you haven't, make sure you shoot on over there to the bar Reloaded. Leandre McBride and Tiffany have a debate on was that shooting justified. So again, make sure you shoot over there to at the bar Reloaded and check out that debate on was that shooting justified, and let them know A1 sent you.
ICE doesn't appear to be slowing down, raising questions by some police use of force experts whether the tactics of agents in handling both suspects and activists are inflaming an already volatile situation.
If they conduct violent activities against law enforcement, if they impede our operations, that's a crime, and we will hold them accountable to those consequences.
Social media has been flooded with an onslaught of videos showcasing the rising tensions between ICE and protesters in Minneapolis. The killing of Renee Good wasn't the start of these aggressive tactics. It was more of a tipping point. In August of 2025, Oregon state officials released a video of 2 federal officers slamming a protester to the ground outside an ICE facility. DHS says it was a targeted arrest of a dangerous rioter who had previously assaulted law enforcement. In September, officers shot pepper balls from the rooftop of an ICE facility down at a protest in Illinois, hitting a pastor. DHS released a statement saying that the agitators ignored verbal warnings and were impeding operations.
Who are the real agitators here? ICE or the protesters?
Claim the pastor has denied.
On October 15th, 1966,
we gotta
the
watch
Black
how they
Panther
using
Party
these
for
terms,
self-defense
who they using these terms on. Because I can't tell. It seems like they the agitators shooting damn pepper balls, not the unarmed people. The fuck?
Founded their mission, justice for African Americans and other oppressed communities. Well, what was timely in 66.
I don't like how he did the and other oppressed communities. Like, you could have just left it there, black folks. It's all right.
Is just as vital today. And in our featured story, it's an incredible piece of video. It's a message from the Black Panthers to ICE. And it's just what we need to hear today. They're black and they're back and they mean business.
No ICE agent ever run up on me. I guarantee.
I'm about to start using that.
See they want. I put a hole in their chest the size of a window. Safe line repair, safe line replace. That's what's gonna happen. They touch me. Unarmed woman was killed by ICE. If you think you're about to come and brutalize the people while we're standing here, around and find out. Our interactions with the police and ICE, and we hold them accountable. We hold them accountable. We patrol the community and we hold them accountable. The Black Panther Party for self-defense, we're the same Panther Party from back in the day, but we're a little more aggressive now, you dig? Carry bigger guns and we don't take places where there are a lot of immigrants at. I think that the community around them needs to.
Man, I ain't gonna bash the brother, man. But he didn't have to bash them either. Like, you ain't have to put them down to put yourself up. But I'm gonna let you slide with that one.
Take special care to them, and it needs to start escorting them to and from everywhere to make sure that they're safe. Because them ICE agents ain't gonna act like that if it's a bunch of people standing outside with assault rifles and shotguns. It's a semi-automatic shotgun. That means them shotgun shells that shoot out of a pump, they shoot them rapidly. If you are gonna legally arm yourself with something bigger than what they got. those who serve in the public, they should be fearful of the public. They should be fearful that the public is going to be dissatisfied with their job that they're doing, not feeling like they're tyrants, not feeling like they're bullies because they got guns and body armor and walkie-talkies. That makes them immune to whatever the people would do. I think you want to correct the ideology of the pig and the mentality of the slave catcher. You meet them with equal force. All power to the people.
No power to the pig. Well, the good news is resistance comes in many forms. Now, check out these citizens last night in Minneapolis pulling a defiance all-nighter.
They getting it in. They ain't playing. Where they at? They in front of...
You know, I think my favorite bit of video, viral ICE video, pelting the internet right now is from New York City. If you can make it there, you can make it anywhere. Well, that's what these ICE agents found out firsthand last night. Please like, share, and by all means, take care. Batter up.
Yeah, Occupy Democrats, man. Go get them and subscribe, man. They got some little fire news coming out, man. I rock with them. I get little clips from them from time to time. You know, but yeah, that's what's going on out here, man. ICE done attacked the baby. ICE blowing down on everybody. They pulling you over the slightest accent. If you got an out-of-place accent, they liable to take you in. So, yeah, be careful. They out here. You know what? That's right there. That's acting like Nazis. But that, I mean, I guess I'm going to say that's not the orange man, but he's still deployed. He at the top. He get the fucking blame. Yeah, man. That's some Nazi shit they doing right there, man. Get it together, homeboy. Get it together, man. My homie said he was going to write a letter, man. Don't make me tell him to do it. Yeah, man. With that being said, man, we're going to get up out of here. I just had to put something on for y'all so y'all can get a bite of this little news that's popping. I hope that baby's okay. I hope that family's doing okay in light of what just happened. I hope some justice comes to them for this. I doubt if it does, but I hope they, you know, these officers are running around in masks. You can't even see their face. If you do got your camera out, it's hard to track these people down. I don't know if they're running around giving out their credentials. It doesn't sound like they are answering too many questions. It's like answer mine or get put in cuffs, which again, is some Nazi shit they doing. You know what I'm saying? You rarely hear me say that. A lot of times I say when people use that, it's a false dichotomy. But that's some Nazi shit they doing right there. Get it to fucking together, Trump. Get it to fucking together, man. And with that being said, man, y'all have a beautiful day, man. I might check y'all out a little bit. I might check y'all out in the morning. We gonna see. And remember my motto, treat your smile like your money and never let them steal it. Peace.